Spring is right around the corner and Saskatchewan's housing market continues to exceed expectations and defy national trends. So let's run through the March market stats to see where things sit to start April. I'm Conor, realtor with Moulin Betcher and Associates, and if you have questions about today's video or are looking to make Saskatoon and area your home, all of my contact info is located in the description below. Thanks for joining me, and let's dive in. $1,277. That is the number of sales across the province in March, up over 8% year over year and 13% above long-term 10-year averages. New listings decreased by 2% year over year and remain nearly 30% below long-term trends. When paired with the 21st consecutive month of above-average sales, inventory levels continue to worsen across many areas of the province. At month's end, 4,023 units were available across the province, up from 3,800 last month. Despite the slight month-over-month increase, inventory levels dipped by 21% year over year, remaining nearly 50% below the 10-year average. Strong sales and persistent supply constraints continue to boost home prices across the province, as Saskatchewan reported a residential benchmark price of $353,600 in March, up from $344,700 in February, and over 6% higher than March 2024. Furthermore, Saskatchewan's two largest markets continue to grapple with severe inventory shortages. When accounting for conditional sales set to close and leave the market, Saskatoon is entering April with just 0.98 months of supply, while Regina trails closely behind at 1.2 months. So yes, the spring market is truly here. We continue to see near record demand, and there just isn't enough inventory to meet that demand right now. My message to those trying to navigate this market is simple. It's going to be very challenging, and patience is essential. Next, let's focus on Saskatoon, Warman, and Martensville, which are the areas my team and I are most active in. Saskatoon reported 403 sales in March, up 11% year over year and 13% above the 10-year average. New listings declined by 1% year over year, 27% compared to the 10-year average, resulting in the lowest months of supply heading into April since 2007. Of the 602 available units at month's end, 195 were conditionally sold, leaving just 407 units on the market with active status, less than 1 month of supply when conditional sales are factored in. Saskatoon reported a record benchmark price of $415,900 in March, up from $405,400 in February and over $25,000 higher than March 2024. Yes, it really is a challenge for homebuyers right now. With the lack of inventory and competitive offers on properties, it's taking borderline saint-like patience to get into a home. So, what if you've had enough and think maybe I should just move just outside the city? Well, Warman is experiencing the same spring silly season, seeing a 130.8% increase in sales compared to this time last year, and is even 43% above the historical averages for the last 10 years. Thankfully, to offset that demand slightly, they did get 35 new listings on market, which is 66% higher than what they got this time last year. So that leaves them with 32 inventory units for sale to start April, which is still 70.4% lower than their 10-year average and leaves them with barely over a month's inventory if these sales keep up. To cap it all off, Warman's residential benchmark price has now hit $482,500, an increase of 8.5% compared to last year. Finally, and I hate to say it, but Martensville isn't doing much better. Yes, they've seen a reduction in sales compared to last year and are actually selling 6.3% below the 10-year average at this time. The inventory is still a problem. 22 new listings in March set them barely ahead of March 2024's pace and still 33% behind 10-year averages. So when you look at the total inventory picture, they sit 32% below this time last year and 68% below their 10-year averages, which gives them less than 2 months inventory when accounting for the reduced sales rate they're seeing. Pricing wise, we're still going up. with Martensville sporting a benchmark residential price of $415,200, a 7.8% increase from last year. So where do we go from here? If you're a buyer right now, frustration is absolutely mounting. It's going to be extremely important you stay patient, stick to your plans, and make sure you've got a quality agent. No matter where you're looking to buy right now, it's going to be extremely competitive. If you're looking to purchase or sell in Saskatoon, Warman, or Martensville, my team and I would love to sit down with you to talk about how we can be your best asset. And if you found this update useful, please don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new content. Thanks for watching and have a great day.